Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of the Monologue reaction series. Today we're going to have a look at this monologue played by Morgan Freeman from the movie The Shawshank Redemption. It's a very interesting text delivered by a great actor in this strange, intense way. So I'm looking forward to watching this again with you, and let's see how many nice elements we can point out while watching. Thank you very much and enjoy.
Alice Boyd Redding, your files say you've served 40 years of a life sentence. You feel you've been rehabilitated?
So before he even starts speaking, just for the ones of you who don't know the movie really, he's a co-star in this movie. He's been doing that rehabilitation meeting with his committee already another couple of times. So this is the third time after 40 years of prison. And they expect him to say, I am now rehabilitated. Now I'm ready to rejoin society. But instead, since the other two appeals went badly, he this time decides to give a more personal and honest type of answer. And that's what the monologue is about.
Rehabilitated? Well, now let me see. I don't have any idea what that means.
So very confrontational start. It's very nice the way he has of saying, now let me see. And you hear his breath keep going. His very, very natural way of delivering this line. Morgan Freeman is a great actor, so he can get the tiny details right. He's very, very organic in everything he does, even when he does almost nothing, like in this monologue.
Well, it means you're ready to rejoin society.
I know what you think it means, Sonny.
And this cutting, this interrupting the person is done with perfect timing. So he has a perfect sense of rhythm, but it's also done with some sort of politeness, sort of patronizing. He's older than the interviewer, after all. He's going to get into that right now. He's using this sort of respect that you owe to older people to make his words count.
To me, it's just a made-up word. A politician's word, so that young fellas like yourself can wear a suit and a tie and have a job.
And there is this reference about the age, the young age of the people in the committee compared to his age, and he already spent 40 years in jail. This is basically the standpoint he's speaking from.
What do you really want to know?
Notice his attitude is very serious, dignified, but is also direct. He's looking the interviewer right in the eye, and he's not shying away from confrontation.
Am I sorry for what I did?
Well, are you?
There's not a day goes by I don't feel regret.
And this is probably the main line of the monologue. He says, not a day goes by that I don't feel regret, but at the same time he will point out a lot of things that mitigate this sentence.
Not because I'm in here, because you think I should. I look back on the way I was then. A young, stupid kid who committed that terrible crime.
And have you seen him blinking even once? I didn't. He's very, very fixed in his glance, and this means focus. And it also means honesty in a way. I am seeing right through you, but you are seeing right through me. Because communication is a two-way street.
I want to talk to him. I want to try to talk some sense to him.
And lowering his voice means going deeper into something personal, into something intimate. Now he's saying, I want to talk. I would like to talk to myself of 40 years ago. Notice, not much physical external change, but the depth in the voice, the dimension, the mental state has changed a lot. This is what great actors can do. It seems they didn't change anything, but suddenly in a couple of lines, everything in the monologue is changing.
Tell him the way things are. But I can't.
This is the first time he raised his eyebrows when he said, but I can't. It was the first external expression. Before it was very, very still, like behind a wall, or metaphorically behind bars, as this character is.
That kid's long gone, and this old man is all that's left. I gotta live with that.
This is kind of a conversational monologue, but after this powerful line, "that kid's long gone and this old man is all that's left," you see here that the interviewer is making a moment of silence because the words hit him.
Rehabilitated. It's just a bullshit word. So you go on and stamp your form, Sonny, and stop wasting my time. Because to tell you the truth, I don't give a shit.
And this final shot that includes the whole room gives you an overview of what the setting of this interview was. He's speaking in front of 5 people, and yet we had the feeling that this monologue was very, very personal. The writing of this monologue is excellent. It's a very interesting movie. Morgan Freeman seemed to not do much in this monologue. He certainly didn't overdo the part, but he just let every word sink in. He stated everything correctly, and we could appreciate when the conversation went from formal and standard to personal. And he portrays a character that has contained his emotions for years, as you probably have to do in order to survive in jail and in order to survive trauma in general. So he's very, very contained. That's why he was not overdoing. It was a choice. And still, by just doing so little, we could appreciate the many little variations and little technical aspects that he could get right. As usual, you can watch the full clip without interruption at the link below. Thank you very much and see you next time.